Guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Sevilla versus Barcelona in La Liga. Barcelona on decent form in La Liga and are looking for their third straight win, probably for the first time since we beat Real Madrid in the Clásico at the end of October. The league form has been all over the place, but now we have back-to-back wins. We're hoping now for 3 in a row, and of course there is a huge game later on today in which Barcelona hopefully tomorrow can capitalize on. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below and let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so your regular kickoff time in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan Stadium, which of course is the home of Sevilla, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed as well. On the pitch it will be Alejandro Hernandez, and on the VR it will be Carlos de Cerro Grande. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in third place in La Liga on 45 points. After playing 22 matches, we have 14 wins, 3 draws, and 5 losses. Those losses are quite high. You can see that last 5 games in the league, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. So our recent games still absolutely shocking. That back-to-back losses there is of course Leganes and Atletico Madrid, with of course the Getafe draw jammed in there. Now you have top of the table Real Madrid on 49 points. They of course lost their last game to Espanyol. Shout out Catalunya, still a funk Espanyol, but shout out to them for beating Real Madrid. Of course, Atletico Madrid dropping points in 2 of the last 3 league games, so the gap is getting closer. We're only 3 points behind Atletico Madrid, 4 points behind Real Madrid, 3 points, or should I say 4 points ahead of Athletic Club in 4th place. Again, Athletic Club not really threatened by them whatsoever. Here is of course the big kicker. Later on today, it is the Madrid derby at the Santiago Bernabeu. It of course is a huge game. In regards to the league table, the best result of this game for Barcelona is a draw. Both teams get 1 point, but both teams lose 2 points is where the big kicker comes in. The only way Barcelona can change their league position is if Atletico Madrid lose the game. Of course, we win, we then go to 2nd place on goal difference. But of course, here we're kind of playing a long-term game here, hoping for, a Real Madrid draw points like they did against Espanyol, or Atletico to lose draw points that they did against Villarreal, and whatever the case may be, and maybe they lose to Leganes as well. This is the moment. I told you guys 2 match previews ago, when we face Valencia, we have to win Valencia, Alaves, and of course Sevilla tomorrow, and take that big boost from the Madrid derby. Since then, both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have dropped points. This is why the league is not over yet. I never said it was over. I said it was going to be very difficult. I still believe it is, but we are on the right track. Where it's also going our way. Atletico and Real are dropping points. We haven't in the last 2 games. That's the most important thing. If you look at those last 2 games there, Madrid 1 win, 1 loss. Atletico 1 win, 1 draw, and Barcelona 2 wins. We are gaining, and again, someone in this game is going to drop points. Main thing is Real Madrid don't win, we take it. To be honest, if Atletico Madrid win it, I wouldn't mind it either. As long as Real Madrid don't win, Barcelona will be in a very good position. That's the best we can look forward to. That again, a draw will be fantastic for Barcelona, but as long as Real Madrid don't win, it is a big boost. So huge opportunity. Of course, this game will be taking place later on today, so we will know the result of this game going into tomorrow's match, and that should be huge confidence and momentum boost for Barcelona. You're on good form, undefeated in 2025, and of course, whoever dropped points later on today, we'll discuss that and look forward to that tomorrow. That will be the gift on the plate for this team, and they have to take it. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Sevilla and where they're currently standing in the league table, they're currently sat in 12th place in La Liga on 28 points after playing 22 matches. They have 7 wins, 7 draws, and 8 losses. You look at their last 5 games, 3 draws, 1 win, and 1 loss. So this is their definition, you could say, of a bang average team in La Liga this season. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Sevilla. Like I just mentioned, so far in La Liga this season, they've been pretty average. I think for their expectation, they should be above the 10th place mark, the halfway mark. They are currently around 12, so they were kind of doing as you do expect from them. But still a very good team, and of course, a very historic team with a great stadium in La Liga. The last time we did face them was, of course, in the home game at the Montjuic, 5-1. Probably one of the best weeks I've experienced as a Barcelona fan. Of course, had Bayern Munich midweek and then Real Madrid the following weekend. This was the Kickstarter after the international break. It was a battering, very comfortable win. There were 3 goals in the last 10 minutes, of one coming from Sevilla, 2 coming in from a Pablo Torre brace. One of those kind of lucky deflections. So you could say a comfortable 3 win for Barcelona based on how the game went. Live as well, you can see Eric Garcia playing in the pivot in this game, which is now kind of going against Norman. Of course, Pedri in the 10 as well. Back 4 is still pretty much the same, apart with Chesney coming in for this game most likely. So similar personnel, so hopefully a similar result as well. Now, if you take a look at Sevilla's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match they drew 0-0 with Getafe, they drew 1-1 with Espanyol, they beat Girona 2-1, drew 1-1 with Valencia, lost to Almeria in the round 32 4-1. That was a big shocking game, and lost their final match of the 2024 calendar year to Real Madrid 4-2. Now if you look at it in the league in 2025, they are undefeated, 3 draws and a win. Of course, that loss coming in the cup game, first game back after the Christmas break. And of course, losing to Real Madrid is going to be difficult for anyone apart from, of course, Barcelona. Let's take a look at the last 3 games in all competition. Firstly is that 2-1 win against Girona, the Catalonia neighbors. To be honest, this game was quite even. I would say Girona had more the better chances from what I've seen from the highlights. Sevilla's goals were very, very well constructed. Saul Niguez, the former Atletico Madrid midfielder, in the 10, having a goal and assist in this game. Luka Bayu, definitely Sevilla's most important player, the Belgian on the right wing. Very cagey result, but an important 3 points for Sevilla nonetheless. Next up, 1-1 draw against Espanyol. Again, Catalonia neighbors. To be fair to Espanyol, they put in a great shift defensively in this game. The goal they did score, I believe, was a penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Luka Bayo's goal was also fantastic as well. I see how much he contributes to Sevilla in the final third. But again, a team where Sevilla should be beating, especially at home, and they struggle to. I would definitely say this is more so on the more disappointing result for Sevilla than a positive result, despite their position in the league table. And finally, they were victims of the terroristic football of Getafe, 0-0 draw at the Alfonso Perez Stadium. Gotta feel for them. Of course, the defenders having great numbers because they really didn't have much defending to do per se. Cagey game, difficult for both sides to break each other down. Typical, as you would have guessed, is pretty much how it went. So overall, final thoughts on Sevilla. They are, of course, a very difficult team to break down, especially in their home stadium. They are very well managed by their manager and former Barca Athletic manager, very much in the running to be the first team manager, Garcia Pimienta. A lot of fan favorites back in the day, did some crazy great things with Barca Athletic in the time that he was there. Underrated personnel in Barcelona's history. Of course, now doing very well in the Liga. Coach Las Palmas that got the Sevilla job, and he's keeping them afloat, I would say, so far. But again, he knows all the Barcelona secrets, you could say. He knows the model style of play, so that means he knows where the faults and casualties are going to be. In terms of players to look out for, of course, it has to be Luka Bayu on that right wing. He's their most effective player in the final third. So Niguez over the past 2 months has done fantastic for them. Bede, their center back, has been attracting a lot of interest across Europe over the past few months, so he's doing very well. So the Swiss midfielder, he's also very good as well. I would say their weak point is their goalkeeper. I forget his name. I think it starts with an N, but he's very much inconsistent. So hopefully he has an off day in this match. But again, this is a team that Barcelona can definitely get at. But it's also a team where Barcelona can, in fact, struggle against in a difficult stadium, hostile stadium, where the fans are super close. The fans are going to be loud as well, especially when Barcelona come to town. So it can be a difficult game if we make it a difficult game. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Hansi Flick. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup. I think it will be fairly straightforward to predict after having a midweek game 48 hours later, especially in that midweek game where he did do some rotation. I think he will go fairly strong in this match. I think he was like this lineup on the screen right now with Wojciech Szczesny in goal, a back 4 of Kounde, Araujo, Kubarsi, and Balde, midfield 3 of De Jong, Pedri, and Gavi, front 3 Lewandowski, and Raphinha. Few big question marks around this starting lineup. Of course, Ferran Torres coming off the back of a hat trick. Do you really bench him after scoring a hat trick? I've seen it. I've seen worse as well. I think that front three needs rotation, but I think that Flick really wants to rinse it a bit and probably will rest it ahead of the Champions League semi-final coming up. Semi-final, hopefully. I wish. Round 16 coming up soon. Midfield three, of course, where he can do most of his rotation. I think with Gavi coming back in, he might give him the nod from the start. Of course, Pedri loves to play him. Young's been playing well. Hard to drop him. I think in a game like this as well, it would be important to have Frankie with those through line passes, those deep runs from the defense to the midfield to the attack as well. In terms of defense, I think he will bring back Araujo. I think Eric Garcia, of course, came in, played well, but I think he will bring back Araujo, being the captain of the team, giving him that rest midweek as well. So he has been coming back from this long-term injury. Don't want to, niggle it whatsoever. I think where we can see some rotation is going to be in that midfield. Danny Olmo potentially could be starting again. He's coming off the back of an injury. Fermin Lopez maybe starts if Gavi isn't fully up to scratch. Will we see Casado? That midfield three is probably where the most the competition is right now in this team. Of course, center backs as well. Inigo is back now, so he can definitely make a push there. We could see Kounde, Inigo tomorrow. That would be quite. I think it would be quite a shock not to see Araujo start the game tomorrow. That for me says that he's no longer a guaranteed starter, which again, you can definitely make the case for. But I think that Flick was like this lineup on the screen right now. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Flick will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. I have made a few changes from Flick's lineup prediction. I have gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I've gone with Szczesny in goal, a back four Hector Fort, Araujo, Inigo Martinez, and Alejandro Balde. Midfield three of De Jong, Gavi, and Dani Olmo. Front three Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. So first in that front three, I wanted to start Ferran Torres. There's no way you score a hat trick and don't start the first game. I was thinking, should I do it for Lua? No, Lua just rested fully against Valencia. Does not make sense. Although Ferran Torres is much more effective in the 9 in this team, we need to rotate the wingers. I get it, we have no wingers. Of course, Ansu Fati cannot even touch, cannot even get a sniff of a squadless Lando start the game. We have no other natural wingers apart from really Ferran Torres and Pau Victor, who of course are both strikers. So I've gone with Ferran out wide on the right hand side, give Lamine some rest going forward. He was of course a bit ineffective in the Valencia game, so of course had a great game, but just in front of goal was really up to it. Midfield wise, I want to rest Pedri, even though I know he got rested for the gastroenteritis that he had for the Valencia game, was it? But that was more of a sickness rest, not an actual natural rest. So I would definitely not. I wouldn't start him for this game. Wouldn't mind bringing him on as a sub though. I'm going with Gavi in the pivot. Really want to see Gavi in the pivot more. I think he's much more effective there than he is in the 10. In the 10, Fermin or Dani Olmo. I've gone with Olmo. I want to give him, an hour of football before, we get the big games coming up soon. I've gone with Frankie as well as the other pivot. I have Casado. Again, in this game specifically, I think Frankie will be much more effective than having Casado. Backline wise, really want to see Hector Fort. Again, I think he had a great cameo against Valencia. And to be fair to Hector Fort, does it very well in away games. So I'd slot him in there, rest Kounde. I brought in Inigo for Kubarsi, not only to rest Kubarsi, but I really want to see how this Araujo Inigo partnership would work. Again, right-footed, left forward, you have Inigo, who is the master and conductor of the high line. Seeing him help Araujo, maybe helping Araujo's high line awareness would be very helpful as well. And of course, the stick with Szczesny and Balde as starters. I really want to see that center back partnership before the round 16 of the Champions League. So hopefully you do see it soon. I would of course use it in this game. But this is the line that I would select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you're gonna pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? Official prediction is a 3-0 Barcelona win, but I have this feeling in my balls that it's gonna be a very, very difficult game. I think we will win. I'm very confident for the win, but I feel like it's gonna be like a jammy 2-1, 1-0, 3-2 win. Like, I think it will be a tight game. I don't know, just every time we are high on confidence, thinking everything is, going best and we're cooking, we're the best team in the world, we get hit back to reality. I hope this is not the case. I'm not trying to be pessimistic here, but this is just what I'm feeling. I think Sevilla are an alright team, decent team in their home stadium, causes trouble for Barcelona always. I think clean sheet is definitely a high chance, as Hendrik Peña will not be playing the game. And Sevilla, to be honest, their only real outlook is Luka Bayu. So if you just nullify him, make it a difficult game for him, easy way to keep a clean sheet. Of course, he'll be coming up against Balde, so time maybe Balde focus more so on the defensive actions, lock him down, easy money. So I think we will win this game. I think depending, especially after the Madrid derby happening later on today, that will give the team whatever the result is. If it's Madrid not winning, of course, or a draw, Atletico Madrid winning. To be honest, any result will really give Barcelona that extra motivation because a Madrid win. You can go to second place. If it's a draw, you can close the gap. If Atletico Madrid win, you can close the gap even further as well. So confident for the win. I've gone with a 3-0 score prediction, but of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was a match preview for Sevilla versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. Main thing on firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, we're gonna pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. What do you think Flick will go with? What would you go with if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow after the game. Still no live watch along. I will return after this game, but for this game, there will be no live watch along, unfortunately. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.